Good morning. My name is HandBook, a student in Masters of Management major in Public Administration. My chosen topic to be discussed is money and the rules ruling rulers. The chosen topic was based on the Dictators' Handbook, one of the requirements of our subject, the theory and practice in public administration. To start, have you been interested to become a leader? A democrat? A tyrant? If yes, then you want to become a ruler. By the time you have decided to become one, you need to consider the following questions. Before you gain power to become a ruler, how many people you need to keep loyal to you in order for you to stay in power? How are you going to do about this? An idea? Yes, money. You need money because money is essential. And unsurprisingly, money is an integral part of how politics really work. Whether you become a tyrant or a democrat, as long as you want to become a ruler, you need to have money for you to have supporters by rewarding them and for them to continue sticking around with you. Doing this must not just upon gaining power, but also in the long run of your power. You will also need to sort out those most likely to stay loyal to you from the opportunists who might easily persuade you to abandon you. After that, you will need to reassure these key supporters that they will always be off under your government than under an alternative leadership. Because what leaders do with the money they generate goes some way to defining what kind of leaders they are. They could use it to protect the personal well-being of all citizens, or they could use it to buy loyalty of a few key cronies, promote directly or indirectly corruption and black marketeering at the expense of the larger tax-paying public. Now that you know how your people can keep their loyalty to you after gaining powers, the next question is, have you decided how are you going to manage your three political dimensions? You're interchangeable, influential, and essential? As what people say, no matter how intelligent a ruler can be and its strategic leadership he does to his country, no man rules alone. A ruler can't build roads alone, can enforce laws alone, can defend the nation or himself alone. The power of a ruler is not to act, but to get others to act on his behalf, using the supply or the money a country generated. The rulers need them. To continue determining the balance of power, you as a ruler, you must know the three essential rules by Bruce Brenner de Mesquita and Alastair Smith from Dictators' Handbook. These will determine the extent of a ruler's power and what he needs to succeed in any kind of system. That's why, given any form of government of a country you may have, a ruler must follow these three key rules. Rule number 1. A ruler needs to get supporters on his side. You need to have your supporters on your side for you to have a power to act on your behalf, because without the supporters, nothing will be done according to the plans and strategies you have in for your country. Under rule number 1 is keep your winning coalition or essentials as small as possible. The smaller the group of people you need to rely on, the more control you have on power and more importantly, on expenditure. They are the one whose support is essential for the rulers to remain in power and also have the power to overthrow them once they are disappointed in the type of leadership presented. Next, keep your nominal selector rate or interchangeable as large as possible. In doing so, you can replace any troublemakers in your coalition. It can be essential and influential alike. In that way, you need to ensure you always have a large pool of supporters waiting in line to gorge at the public through the that reminds your influential and essential power for them to behave and stay loyal or else be replaced. The next rule is rule number 2. A ruler must control the flow of revenue. It is always more convenient for a ruler to determine the needs of his country and his supporters. You need to make sure that all resources are raised properly to improve your country and reward your supporters in all their feedbacks and hard work for them to continue their support and loyalty in your power. For the third rule, a ruler must minimize numbers of supporters by selecting the best according to the needs of his power. You must need to select the best supporters to align in the needs of your power and replace those who are no longer needed based on their skills to avoid resources gets wasted and control them from overempowering you. Supporters must be paid just enough for their needs to become dependent. This will be your key advantage for them to stop manipulating your power and their power in the country. For us to stand politics properly, we must modify one assumption. In particular, we must stop thinking that leaders can lead us unilaterally, because no emperor, no king, no tyrant, no democrat, no CEO of the company or head of the family can govern alone without the support of key supporters and money. Likewise, no leader can come to or maintain power over nation, corporation, or private organization with these important resources. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you and good day.